It is a common belief that the human brain is somehow empty at birth, and as the child begins to grow and receive stimulus, the neurons start making connections. Science is now discovering, however, that the reverse may be true. The infant is actually born with many more neuron connections than most adults have. It may be that learning does not happen by making neuron connections, but rather by weeding out those that are not used. If this is true, then we are all literally born with brilliant minds, and we must use it or lose it. In the first weeks of life, most babies will babble every possible sound imaginable. Yet, these children will later lose the ability to create sounds that are not a part of the language they have been trained to speak. Therefore, the child's environment will play a tremendous role in brain development. Scientists claim that in our society, the average individual uses only 5 to 10% of the brain's potential. Imagine what your life could be like if you were able to stimulate your mind into activating even a small portion of that unused potential. Begin by asking yourself, 1. If I could have anything at all, what would it be? 2. What would I need to do to attain it? 3. What stops me from doing those things now? 4. How can I overcome those challenges to attain the life I desire? These questions move us into the realms of imagination and positive thinking, the qualities that will allow you to awaken that other 90% and keep those neurons firing. Now, you might say to yourself, I already have a positive attitude, or perhaps that positive stuff doesn't work. All I need is willpower. But the following demonstration proves that the imagination is far more powerful than willpower can ever be. Okay, ready for the test? Gather all of your strength and willpower. Be sure not to do the following. Here it comes. Don't think of a red fire truck. Now, what just happened? You automatically thought of a red fire truck, right? This is because when the will and the imagination are in conflict, the imagination always wins. Most people spend a great deal of time telling themselves what they don't want instead of what they do want. Even with every ounce of willpower they can muster, they somehow end up with more of the same old thing. That's because the mind works in pictures, not words. Imagination is the secret ingredient of life. If people imagine themselves rich, regardless of the amount of money they have, chances are they will be wealthy and strong and live an abundant life. If a rich man imagines himself poor, on the brink of losing his fortune, it is likely that trouble and sickness will plague him to the grave. All that we are searching for in life is already present within ourselves. The sooner we come to believe in the power of our own imagination, the easier our lives will become. I challenge you to stretch your mind to the possibility of accomplishment beyond your present aspirations. What if, in an attempt to reach your goals, you awaken the powerful latent genius within? How would you feel if you found the cure for AIDS or cancer? Think of the people who would benefit from your achievement. The reality is that until everyone on the planet imagines a world of health and vitality for all, there will always be disease and woe. Take charge of your life now. Imagine your way to health and happiness, and it will be so.